Mid last year, I was running a tour. So I'm running a tour of photography. And part of my route was Kalati train station in Budapest. Well, this day I was up there, I noticed something different. I saw a family sitting on the ground, sucking on water because it was quite hot. And I asked them, where are you from? He said, we're from Syria. Okay. And it still hadn't gelled with me yet what was happening. And then I hear reports about what's happening in Syria. And I kind of went, okay, that's bizarre. So how did they get there? Now my thought has gone to what I've just seen at the train station. So virtually every day I started just going to the train station. 10 people turned into 20, 20 turned into 100, 100 turned into 800 in the span of weeks. I decided to head down towards Serbia because I had been hearing things that are going on down there and I really wanted to know myself what it was about. And I knew this was the last frontier of them going into Hungary. This is the chance that they're going to have to move into Hungary. This is where they've been coming in. So that's when I make it up to Subotica. I did this with next to no money. I was surviving like them basically, sleeping out there in the fields with them. And obviously there was that one night, where a couple of hundred of them were hiding in an orchard, and that's where I met 6 Syrian refugees who were all engineers. And they were scoping the fence line where the police were stopping. They found a gap in a fence, and they split the groups up and said, when we say run, basically, run, move, don't stop. So all of a sudden they're suddenly shuffling people and dust's going everywhere. People are tumbling along the road and they're under there, up and down through this, this big ditch to get through. Got to get through. Some of them are dropping their backpacks, just taking their children and their vitals, money, that's it, just to get through. Obviously there was the cat and mouse with the police. The police were coming up and down the line of the fence and, to try and prevent anyone from going, but they weren't going to stop these people. These people had a mission, and that was their mission, to get through the fence line. All of a sudden the police have gone and off they go again. Off I go down that path of, the ditch. I come up the other side, and the technique I used on my camera is something I learned via working as a paparazzi. Take the lens up, give yourself the right distance. That way you don't have to worry about focusing. Turn off the camera, turn off the lens so it's on manual. And let the camera, do the rest. And this is how I achieved that image. After the refugees left, it kind of went quiet. There were so many of them there. Next minute, there's nothing left. They're all gone. The buses had stopped running from the town to bring them now. I heard a report that Kalati was going to be shut down. The refugees are going to be moved out. And I knew that this is something I'd been waiting for. I had to have this. I started with Kalati and I wanted to finish in Kalati as well. I wanted that as a breaking point, as something I wanted to capture. I went back as fast as I could. And the masses had turned up. There was thousands there now. They had said the day before the refugees, they announced them to everyone, said that we're going to have a walk out of this country. We're going to walk out here. We're going to go to Germany by foot. So they kept on going. Journalists ran after them. Then the other crew that was there, everyone had kind of gone with them. So I decided to stay with the refugees, and there was a handful of photographers that actually did stay to see what was going to happen. After midnight, a good 100 buses, Budapest buses, turned up and said to every refugee, get on them now, we're driving here to Austria. I remember getting on the bus with one family that I knew, and they actually asked me to come with them. They said, brother, come with us. Got on the bus and watching them feel liberated and happy, that they were actually moving. One of them actually said to me, sir, where are we going? Were they taking us to a camp? And I said, my friend, I don't think they are. We're heading towards Austria. And he said, how do you know this? I said, because look, there's the sign, Vienna. And as soon as I said that, the man started singing at the top of his lungs, and the whole bus just turned into this array of emotion, that we're finally getting out of here. We've finally done it, we're finally moving on. So when I said goodbye to them over the border, it was quite beautiful to see how the big smiles on their faces, and to see that passion in them again, that they were moving closer towards where they needed to go.